there.
Doing it live.
Doing it live. Hey, folks. Thanks for tuning in to the BAF podcast, Friday Night Comic Stream. It's me here with my good friend Jacob Blackman. Jacob, how are you doing?
Doing all right. And I just want to say, now that we're actually face to face, happy birthday.
Oh, well, thank you. It's hard being 29. It only happens once. Why are you laughing? Here is our official, contractually obligated musical intro. And that high production values, musical extravaganza assures you, gentle viewer, that this is a high quality podcast. Only the finest American made, farm to table geeky conversation for your podcast listening pleasure. None of that, crappy Chinese made conversation here. No, sir. Jacob and I today are talking about Space Ghost. From Dynamite Comics, written by a nice fellow called David Pahose, who was actually on this podcast last month.
Yeah, we had a really good conversation with him. He filled us in all sorts of fun things, and it's been a good comic.
Yeah. And then we'll be talking about Scarlet, as in G.I. Joe, new comic from Skybound. So that should be fun. If you don't mind, we'll start with Space Ghost and get that out of the way first, then talk Scarlet, if that works.
But we can't just say Space Ghost. We have to say Space Ghost.
Well, here we go. Here is the preview, what they sent me. Let me see if this will blow it up to full screen. Oh my God, it will. All right. Let's zoom down a little bit.
Beautiful cover.
That is a beautiful cover. Yeah.
Oh, so gorgeous.
Let me hide the toolbar. Oh, yeah, here we go. Across the vastness of space, evil flourishes in the darkness between stars. With territory spread far and wide across the Galactic Federation, pirates and hijackers have ransacked those distant colonies with cruel disregard for the innocent scientists living within them. Yet there is a cosmic vigilante who metes out justice across the spaceways, bringing vengeance to those who prey upon the defenseless. They call him
Space Ghost.
There you go. David Pahose, writer, Jonathan Lyle. Say what?
It is important to note this is issue 2. Issue 1 came out the previous month.
Mm-hmm.
Issue 2 just came out last week. So yeah, this is for those of you who did not catch up, who did not see issue 1. This is they started space. They're just doing it entirely its own continuity. So this is an entirely new thing that people can catch up on real quick.
Yep, it's interesting stuff. I read the first issue. It's where he met.
Where he meets the kids.
Where he meets the kids and Gleep.
Yep. Although
let's scroll through. Yeah, I like the first issue. This one.
Yeah, although in this one they call him Blip. And for some reason, the monkey is currently called Blip.
I thought it was Gleep.
I may be mistaken, but I think Gleep might be the Wonder Twins.
I can't tell my freaking monkeys apart. I'm a bad geek. Okay. All right, no worries. We can just scroll through it. Jacob, have you read number 2 yet?
I have read number 2. Yes.
What do you think?
Gleep is in fact the monkey of the Wonder Twins. But they came out of pretty much the Gleek is his name. Okay. So yes, Blip.
So they're going back.
Is the name of the monkey from Space Ghost. So entirely different.
All right. So basically, he saved the kids last issue. This issue he takes them back to the Bat Cave, which in the context of Space Ghost is called Ghost Planet.
Yep.
And I dug it. I mean, it's weird to review, a 22-page comic, but it's well written. The pacing's good. The art is beautiful. Let's just see what this character do next. What do you think?
Well, I am thoroughly enjoying it. Yeah, I mean we're getting to see things both familiar and new, because like we discussed when we were talking with the writer the other when he was on, uh, they're trying to do fun new things with the character and the universe, and they're trying to introduce all the familiar villains in and actually give them their own motivations, because in the old comics and the old cartoon, it's pretty much just I'm evil and I'm the evil villain of this episode, and we're just doing evil things because we hate Space Ghost. But here in this one, you get a little variation. In the first issue, he fought Brack, who was a mercenary working for the evil RoboCorp. And the whole so far the story is all about why is RoboCorp interested in the monkey. For some reason, it is special, and we're still trying to figure that out. So yeah, on the RoboCorp mercenaries go in there trying to get the monkey, but they kill the parents of the kids, and Space Ghost rescues them and has taken them back to Ghost World. And the whole issue is basically them going through the motions of introducing them as who they're going to be before they become the sidekicks. So, him learning that they're not just annoying kids, they're incredibly intelligent because their parents were super scientists. They seem to understand and know how his technology works, despite the fact that it's really advanced in alien technology. And so yeah, he's having to get used to having them around, which he's never really had. They're them getting used to him, because there's this wonderful line in there where he's like, you've really got to do better. Where my dad was killed by space pirates, and what's just as dangerous? Having two kids and a monkey starving to death inside your creepy little bachelor pad. And he's like, okay, I can't handle this.
So yeah, I'm digging it. I'm still calling him Space Batman, but it's a
Well,
fun
he's
book.
supposed to be more Space Lone Ranger.
Well, more Space Lone Ranger. I'll give you that. But yeah, first two issues looking good. Anxious to see where it goes. I think Dynamite should let Jacob and I do the tabletop RPG, but that's neither here nor there at the moment. So let's talk the Energon line from Skybound, and specifically Scarlet.
Yeah.
So you're a big fan of the Energon line, which is sort of their mixed, their shared universe of Transformers, G.I. Joe, and I want to say Mask.
They have not done anything with Mask or Power Rangers so far. As far as I know, the Power Rangers is currently in the hands of Dynamite Comics, same as Space Ghost, or is it Boom Comics? Okay. I forget which. Anyway, but yeah, we have a nice long running story that started in Void Rivals, continued in Transformers, and moved on in Duke and Cobra Commander. All of those series have currently, with the exception of Transformers, the G.I. Joe series, Duke and Cobra Commander have ended, and those are available on trade paperback currently. So those just came out, and now we start Scarlet. And let me just say,
so you check this out. Tell us.
The writing is what we are here for. The art is still excellent in all of these comics, but the writing in the Energon universe is just phenomenal. And especially with the Scarlet comic, we are finally getting to see Scarlet in her element. One of the problems I always had with Scarlet in G.I. Joe is She is supposed to be a counterintelligence agent. She's a spy. She's an incredibly talented, skilled spy. She has to be in order to be on G.I. Joe. Yet her skills are always sidelined because it's more about action and blowing things up and look at the toys and the vehicles to play with. So you never really get to see her being a spy. And that's what this comic is so far. Issue 1 is all about the spycraft, and I'm here for it.
Sweet. Now, if my geek knowledge serves me, G.I. Joe was supposed to be Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. way back in the 80s. But all those talks fell through, and they, doing G.I. Joe. I always assumed Scarlet was supposed to be Black Widow.
Mm-hmm. So. I would believe that would be the case. Yes. When they handed all, because for those who don't know the history, originally the characters, the toys, didn't have much in the way of their own personalities. They handed the toys over to a Marvel writer, and he created the profiles for them. And he created their personalities and backgrounds, gave them names, and those are what they used for the toys. And yeah, when they handed it to Marvel, it was supposed to be the next incarnation of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., because previous to that, it was pretty much all just Nick Fury, and there was a couple of supporting casts, but otherwise they were doing just kind of regular spy stuff. It was always them versus Hydra or AIM or whatever, and this was supposed to be the new incarnation of S.H.I.E.L.D. in the 1980s, called G.I. Joe. And we're going to have a whole bunch of new characters and all that. But yeah, Scarlet is effectively modeled after Black Widow, being an incredibly amazing spy, and we get to see a lot of that in the new comic.
All right, cool. So this is issue 1. Sounds like they set the character, and I'm guessing you got all positive things to say about it.
I have nothing negative to say about this, except I want more. Give me more.
All right.
This is excellent.
Who's the writer?
Oh yeah,
is it all Kirkland?
No. The writer in this is Kelly Thompson, with
that's a familiar name.
With Marco Ferrari as the artist, Lee Luffridge or Luridge, I'm not sure how to pronounce that. I apologize, Lee, as the colorist, and Russ Wooten as the letterer.
Oh my God! There's the comic.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, it's just I like how it starts where she comes in out of the water, and it's like just a classic spy move. Changes clothes, goes into the party like nothing's happening, and it's setting up for more interesting characters who are familiar G.I. Joe faces. At the party, she runs into Jinx, who in the context of the story is someone she knows from her past, but has apparently been missing and believed dead for the last couple of years. Hilarity ensues. I don't really want to give too much away on the plot.
Okay. Yeah, we'll just flip through. But yeah, the art looks good. Interested to see where this one's going. She's sword fighting with ninjas in the snow.
Yes.
Wow.
It's not it is because she and Jinx are involved, and for those who are familiar with Scarlet's background, this is going to be dealing with the Arashikage ninja clan.
All right, cool. Oh, hey, we got bats.
There is a preview for the new Destro comic, which comes out in a week and a half, in the back of this issue. Yes.
All right, sweet. Okay. Well, we have 26 viewers right now, which is kind of a Friday night record. So, folks, please chime in.
Amazing. Yeah, if you have any questions, please let us know. I'll be happy to answer what I can.
So, all right, cool. So those are the comics. I'm in a dry spell. This is the only comic I'm reading right now. Jacob, how about you?
The Energon universe is pretty much what I'm reading. Yes. I've got a couple other titles. Nothing really worth that's noteworthy. But for other things to discuss,
Transformers, Ben.
The Transformers comic continues to be amazing. For additional Transformers news, the new season 2, episode 1 of Transformers Earthspark dropped today. So on streaming, that's available on Paramount Plus. So if you have been enjoying that series like I have, that we have a new show to watch for Transformers fans.
Sweet. Sounds good. All right. Well, folks, thanks for checking out the BAMF podcast. We do this regularly. If you're watching us on X, it looks like most of you are, click follow. We broadcast there every week or so. And we'll be here talking about comics and other geeky stuff like role-playing games frequently. So, thanks for checking us out, Jacob.
I've got a few other things to comment on. Fainting Goat Games is the BAMF imprint, and right now in DriveThruRPG, all of Fainting Goat Games superhero themed titles and RPG supplements are 50% off. So you may want to avail yourself of that.
Yeah, if you're a role player, there's a lot of good stuff there. Also, we're doing Kickstarter right now. If you're a Savage Worlds person, we're doing a whimsical book called Small Sidekicks with super pet action for Savage Worlds. So check it out. Running for about 7 more days. So that's written by this guy right here. So
Hi.
Check it out.
It was a lot of fun to write that one.
Yeah, it's a fun book. All right, folks. Hey, have a good Friday night, and we'll catch you later on the BAMF podcast.
BAMF.
BAMF.